Hello, Rick. This is our presentation for assignment 1 for social data mining techniques, BDAT 1007. This is Simran here. This is the group 2 presenting it. We are a team of 4 members. So, our team profile. This is Adil Firoz. He's UI developer. I am Simran Bhangu. I'm the business analyst. And then he's Bikram Chopra. He's the Python developer. And then Abhishek Joshi is the solution architect. Further, these are the requirements for the assignment that we have to collect a data from an outside source by using any of the methods. We have used web scraping, and then there should be a minimum of 100 entries, and then we have to build a data model and then demonstrate it, and then we have to store this data in a cloud database. And then as a bonus, we have to build a web application to manage, create, read, update, and delete entries in the database. Now further, our data source is from Yahoo Finance API. We are using the Stokes dataset, and the screenshot is provided here. We have used web scraping to get the stock data from this API. The link is provided here for the data source. Further, the tools used are Azure Cloud Services to store our data on the cloud, Azure to deploy the web page, Django for the web framework, and Python for the server-side code, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in the front end, and the Elephant SQL as our database. So our data model, it has a total of eight fields: data created, the date on which the entry was created, the index, the ID, the timestamp of the stock, and then high, low, open, close. That is the highest, lowest, and the opening and the closing value of the stock, and then the volume, that is the volume of the stocks traded. From here, I'm going to hand over this presentation to Adil. He will explain you further. Thank you.
Thank you, Simran. I'll now be showing you all our web application with CRUD functionality. So let me just get into our website here. By the time it opens, we can have a look at the pages. So this is our create page. As you can see, this is the form in which we can fill the values, and when we hit submit, they will all get updated on the read page. So this is a read page, and it shows a lot of columns, as you can see. As you all already know, our data here is about stocks, and our columns here are mainly the highest value of the stock, lowest value of the stock, and then opening, closing prices of the stock, and also the volume that has been traded. And now the actions tab that you are seeing here are part of the CRUD functionality, where both the actions, which are edit and delete, are a part of update and delete functionality. So this is our update page. When you hit the edit button, this is the page that will open up, and I'll be showing you all a demonstration of how that is going to happen. And this is our delete page. Now let's get into our web page. So this is the read page, and as you all can see, this is our data, stocks data, and now we have the add new record button here. And when we click on it, we can add a new set of data here. So this is just an example. To make it very obvious, I'll be entering unrealistic values here. Let's say it is 499, then opening. No, let's go with 0 and then 499 and then 899. Now once I hit submit, here it is, 149th. This is our data that has been entered here. The time that this timestamp that we entered is here, and then also our unrealistic values of 999, 0, 499, etc. Now we can also update it. Let's see how that functions. Once I click the edit button, here is the update page. I can do all of them as 0. Once I submit, and data gets updated. See here, everything is 0 now. Now we can also delete it. Once I click delete, everything's gone. I'll show you how that is. Here we go. Our entry was 149 and now it has disappeared, and the total number is 148 now. Now let's look at the HTML page. These are the HTML pages behind every page. This is our read page, and this is our add new record page, and this is our update page, and this is our delete page. So now I'm going to hand it over to Bikram, who will be explaining the web application process of developing the web application using Python. Thank you.
So in this web application, we have pushed this code to the GitHub, and from GitHub, it has been connected with the Azure cloud. So let me show you that how these CRUD functionalities are working over here. So if we, look into the urls.py, so we can see here that three major URLs are here. First one is add new, delete, and the third one is edit. So in delete and edit, we have to specify the ID that will be auto picked when any row will be clicked. So similarly, it will be happen for edit as well. Now the add new by its name suggests that it will be for adding a new field, and the success will be for when any operation is successful, then this page will be URL will be called. So this like the corresponding views have been written in views.py. We will be looking into it in some time. So if we see the settings.py, here we have specified the database that we are using. We are not using the by default SQLite database of Django because it is very light in consuming the data. So it can be logged if we run some kind of real-time data in that cases. So that is the reason we have used some external database, which is Elephant SQL. By default, it has PostgreSQL service. So we have stored our database there. Now, after specifying these values, let's look upon that how our model has been created. From model, I mean to say that what is the column names and what are its data types. Here the class name as yearly table, which is also which will also be the name of our table itself, has these many of columns with the database data types have been defined. So you can see here all the data types. Further, a form has been created. Basically, when we are adding any new value, say in the cases of adding a new field or editing a new field, then this form will really be very helpful in updating the database yearly table. Now coming to very major part of our code, which is views.py. So if we look at our views.py, first of all, we have to check how we are scraping the data from the web. We are using the APIs here. This API is from Yahoo Finance APIs that we have used the key and all the major details. Here we are putting all the data into getting the data in JSON format and putting it into a variable named data. From here, initially we are flushing out all the data from this database and putting the whole data into that this yearly table. So if you look into this for loop, this for loop is putting this every value row by row in the yearly table database. Now you can look here that the index is basically an kind of ID which is auto incrementing while adding a new row into the table. So like coming to our next module, function, which is add fields. Here we can see that like how whenever we are posting any request into the form, it is storing in this form variable. Now here form dot is valid is basically validating whether the data is matching with the data types mentioned in the yearly table or not. So if it is if it is fine, then it will pick up the rest of the values and save it in our in our database. So one more thing here, we can see there an index is, again, as I stated earlier, it is an auto incrementing. So while adding a field, it will basically add the index value as well and input it thereafter. If we are deleting any view, it is very straightforward that we are directly taking the record and simply using the delete. Okay, if we get any post request. Now the last but not the least, here we have update field. Okay, so in this code, what we are doing, we are basically showing for that particular ID what is the current values. Now if any current value we want it to be update in the form here, so that can be replaced with the current value and it will be stored in the form itself. So whole form will be submitted at the same time and it will update our post request. So I think this is whatever we have in our code, and we can see here the success.html, which is being called whenever any success request has been made. If we're submitting any, say, if I'm deleting any record here, if I delete this record, we can see here that here is the success message that is popping up. So from now, Abhishek will take over my the presentation, and he will explain how this is deployed. Thank you.
Thank you, Bikram, for the brief explanation of the code. Now I'm gonna show you how we have deployed our website over the internet. We have used Azure Cloud Service for this one, and this is our web app service. I'm gonna show you its functionality now. This is the overview page of our web app service. This is the URL. We have named in assignment 1 social data mining, and its status is right now running, and we have hosted over it over the server Canada Central. And this is the GitHub project. This link shows where the code has been taken for this web app service. This is the deployment center of our code, which shows all the commits and the logs of our code when it was last updated and its status. Right now its status is active. Now I'm going to show you how we can create a web app service through Azure. You go to the home page, then click on the new resource, then we have to click on the web app, and then through create web app we have to choose our subscription, free trial, and then web app name. We can name it anything. Then we have to select the runtime stack, as we have used Python, so we're going to select Python 3.8. Then we have to choose the region. Right now we have to choose Canada Central. Then we have to choose the resource plan. Then after selecting the plan, then we have to link the code through the GitHub. So we have used Adil Feroz account for this one because I used my free credit in the last semester. That's why I had to use his account for deploying the website. And I can show you the website through this link. Now our website is loading. As the Adil has shown you all the functionality of the website, this is our website. And to conclude our presentation, I can show you, like, we have completed all the things for our application which were required. We have collected data through API. We have more than 100 entries, so this has been also done. We have built the data model which has been deployed over Elephant SQL, and then we have demonstrated our functionalities of data models, and we have stored this data. Just a second. We have stored this data over the cloud, and then we have also built a web application, which was a bonus part of our assignment, and we have also shown all the functionalities: create, read, update, and delete. So we will be uploading this video over the YouTube, and then we're going to submit the assignment link, which will be presented here. Thank you.